At first glance, this beautifully growing neighborhood freshwater pond in my hometown of LaPorte, Texas, seems to be ordinary in every way. However, it has a secret invader lurking within its waters. Palmatia puntiplaya, originally described by Cousin in 1887 and more commonly known as the invasive apple snail, has invaded this and many other small ponds with only two things on its agenda: sex and food. The Palmatia genus is native to South America but has journeyed to several different regions of the world, including the United States, as described by Liu in his research conducted in 2019. Palmatia snails were originally introduced to other countries with the intent of being a culinary delicacy known as escargot. This backfired, as many found that the texture and flavor of the snails was not as appetizing as led to believe. This change of heart caused the closure of apple snail farms, resulting in an abundance of snails who became a pest due to their high fecundity and ability to withstand temperature and salinity changes. Inhabiting my hometown pond, the species in investigation is Palmatia maculata, also known as the island apple snail. These snails are adapted to subtropical temperatures but can tolerate low temperatures, which has allowed them to survive and thrive in the ever-changing weather of southeast Texas. Also, thanks to their high fecund lifestyles, their bright pink egg clutches can be seen to cover tree trunks, roots, and even the cement drainage openings surrounding the pond. When it comes to laying eggs, Palmatia maculata is not picky. A study done by Burks in 2010 describes that they'll choose just about any substrate as long as it's terrestrial and several inches above the water. Female apple snails will slide out of their freshwater habitats to lay non-calcareous, thinly shelled egg clutches. This is done because the larvae within the eggs will drown if laid directly or too closely to the water column. Evaporation provides a perfect humid environment for the eggs to incubate, which can take up to 2 weeks. USA describes the eggs hatching process in a study conducted in 2007 by stating, once ready to hatch, the egg clutch turns a grayish color and gets very dry, causing the egg to crack and the larvae to cannonball into the water below. So how do these apple snails produce these beautiful pink egg clutches in the first place? Well, it takes two to tango. Palmatia maculata are gonochoristic, meaning that a single snail only has one of two distinct sexes that doesn't change over time, and female and male sexes have a generally equal number of representatives in their habitats. To begin their mating ritual, male apple snails will pick a larger female snail. Both snails will retract their mantles, exposing their slimy bodies, which they'll then intertwine, allowing insemination to occur. This successful mode of reproduction is one of the main reasons why this invasive species is so difficult to control. So why are these snails seen as such a pest? A study conducted by Maldonado in 2019 found that apple snails who have invaded naturally occurring wetlands and freshwater ponds pose a threat to the already existing snail species and the surrounding fauna due to their fast reproducing capabilities and adaptability to various environmental conditions. Apple snails can outcompete native snails to the point to where they are no longer represented in the pond by feeding on adults smaller than them as well as on their egg clutches. Though a solution is yet to be solved to control the rapid spread of Palmatia maculata in the wild, some species have been introduced into the aquarium pet trade as they are very easy to take care of. For example, my apple snail, Algonquin, has made a great tank mate to my 5 minnows, and I observe her daily growth with anticipation. After all, they don't get the name apple snails for their color, but because as adults, they can get to be as large as apples.